Hola, mis queridos. Hopefully, you're having a great day. Today's all about money. So, are you sick of being broke? Let's find out and see what the cards have to say. All right, let's get started. Here are your card choices for today. We've got the Tower as pile number 1, the Five of Wands as pile number 2, and the Mother of Wands. I'll let you with it and we'll get started soon. Hi, pile number 1. Thank you so much for joining today. Let's take a look at your cards here. We are asking about money. Okay, are we going to be stuck with this nonsense forever? Like, are we going to be broke, or are we going to be gaining some momentum? So let's just check it out and see what we've got going on. We've got the Fool with the Tower. Okay, the Two of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Temperance, Transformation, the Queen of Water, which is the Queen of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Earth. Let's throw this one over here. Okay. As you know, I'll probably be moving them around because I do that a lot, depending on how it comes to me. So right now we're going to shift them over here and see what we've got, and then let's get started. So the main thing here is we've got the Tower as your main card. And I know that people are always scared of this because, like, oh my God, the Tower, things are just going to fall apart. But things have to fall apart in order to get better. Okay. So if it wouldn't be falling apart, you wouldn't be seeing the Fool right beside it by saying, hey, we're going to check things out into new direction. Okay. So, as you see the Fool being extremely happy about moving away from the Tower and seeking new ventures is because of the fact that they're sick and tired of seeing that. Again, you see that with the Two of Pentacles, that is actually changing directions. Now, when you see this here, the juggle, and the people underneath saying, like, very happy about it, and in obvious and awe, how you're able to juggle all that. There is that sense of opportunity in both directions, okay? So there's that sense of juggling your money and feeling comfortable with it, with the Queen of Water and the Temperance here, that you are actually going to be weighing your options. She is actually going towards up the stairs to somewhere else, because not only are you juggling the money, but you are moving on up. Okay, with that water, which potentially could also mean financials as well, right? Where we're juggling that, we're moving on up slowly. And that's exactly what this is saying. Although the Fool wants to go and jump right in and, take that leap, okay? The Seven of Earth, the Seven of Coins is saying, you know what? Yes, there is going to be that monetary gain. However, you're going to have to take it one step at a time. Like you see, I don't know if you can see it here, but the seventh coin is just sitting here, where she's kind of looking at it and looking at the fairy, stating, you know what, I've got all six, but there's one missing here. And she's like, you know what, it will come in due time. Okay, so everything is pointing in this direction, which means a new beginning in a sense. And then we're pointing it here. So that tells me that the Tower is secluded or isolated, basically. And that it's saying, okay, you know what? Yes, you're having some turbulence now. Perhaps you're broke. Perhaps, things are just not going. Maybe you did some investments and that investment kind of went sour. And now all of a sudden you're looking back and saying, like, what the hell am I going to do? So I almost feel like you've got two directions. One is to take the easy road and say, okay, We're just going to juggle what I have right now and try to reinvest it into something else and potentially move up a little bit at a time, carrying that a little bit of a heavy weight still on you. And we're going to try to be more assertive with what we have. Okay. And then you've got the other side, which is saying with the transformation card, which is the death card, that we are going to try to make things happen. Okay, we're going to try to change things, but we're going to do it carefully because we don't want to be burned like the last time. Okay, so here with the Emperor, who's sitting pretty right in there with the Tower, is the one that is making all the decisions. Okay, so the Emperor is the one that's saying yeah or nah to the situation. The Emperor is the one that is going to look at both options carefully. So I feel like there's a dividing factor here, whether the Emperor with his monetary, downward spiral can make the decision of holding on, slowly moving up the ladder again, and juggling what you've got right now, or we're looking at completely changing things, transforming that, going into new ventures, and even though having some potential already, existing potential with monetary, we are still going to be moving in slowly than versus fast. So in that case, let's see what other what we're going to be getting out of this, because which direction are we going? Are we going to be moving on in the direction of the conservative or the more abstract way of looking at it? So let's pull a couple more cards. That's me shuffling like a mad woman. But, all right, this one kind of pops out. Okay, so we've got the World in reverse. I promise not to do any reversals, but I guess we're in that situation. The Ace of Wands. And the Five of Cups. Okay, so that is going to be on that side. And then we're going to move into this side. And then I'll give you both scenarios, right? Like, what are we looking at? Where is this going with both scenarios? I guess this is a choosing factor for you, right? Like, what are you choosing? Okay, the Three of Swords in reverse, the High Priestess, oops, smacking things around, and the Chariot. Okay, so either option it's fairly decent, okay? So I think that because you are going to be moving in a more conservative way, I feel like everything's going to be coming in a little bit more slow for you. You are going to see a little bit of hurdles coming down with the Five of Cups, perhaps some mixed emotions. You might not be feeling 100% at first of what's going on, and then you're going to be seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. But I feel like this is a long-gated way of investing, a long way of moving forward with your money. And it could be also, even job related, right? Are you willing to stick around at that job and potentially like juggle what you've got right now? Even though you know that the Tower is going to be imminent, that you're going to be sitting on and waiting for other things to happen and new job opportunities to come in the long run that will eventually have profitable ending, but it could take the longer route. Or you take that hike right off the bat and you see that, your troubles are even though that they're still there, that you're willing to work on it extremely hard and move quickly with the Chariot, okay? And you see how the Chariot also has the moon and the sun, right? All along with the money, okay? With the pentacles. So it's saying, you're moving into the right direction by proceeding faster, okay? Yes, you're still going to have a little bit of problems here. Like, not everything's going to go away and not everything's just going to be solved. Like, oh, okay, I'm going to move my job, or I'm going to change investments and so forth, and I'm going to be like rich. So what it's saying is that, no, you're going to still have some hurdles. You're still going to have to take that time initiative, but you're going to feel stronger. You're going to be feeling more motivated to make those decisions for yourself. So with that being said, let's recap here quickly. We've got the Tower, which is imminent, that things are going to have to change and something's going to have to give. All right. We've got this side that is your opportunity in a slow pace of sticking around at your job or sticking around and fiddling around with that money that you have right now, and eventually moving on into, with the Ace of Wands, into a happy ending, but that could potentially be a while from now. And then we've got the other side, which is kind of moving in a faster pace. Yes, there's still going to be some hurdles. Yes, you're not going to find the immediate, money ching ching, but it's going to be bringing you into the right direction and moving quicker. Okay, with changes at hand, with the transformation of leaving everything behind and starting from scratch. I feel like the Emperor is the one that is making all the decisions and is sitting there, ready to roll. So it's up to you now. Which direction do you take? Do you take the more comforting role of just sticking around, or are you going to take that leap of faith and move on to a new direction? Wow, so this is like so different than my previous readings, but I do feel that is your choice. And I'm going to leave it at that, because you've got choices and you need to figure out which one works for you. I'm going to leave that up to you. I'm not making that decision for you, let me tell you. All right, well, if you like this reading, please make sure to hit the like button and whatever else you got to do with it. Also, there is the description below that you can read up on. And if you want to leave me some comments letting me know which direction you would like to take, that would be greatly appreciated. I love hearing back from you guys and hearing about your comments. Thank you so much for joining. Hasta luego. We'll see you next time. Hello, pal number 2. Thank you so much for joining. Today, we're asking a few questions here about money. All right. We are looking at, are we going to be broke here? Or is money going to be coming in? Let's check out your cards here that I have pre-set for you and see what we've got. So we've got the 3 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands. Okay. The Hangman, the King of Pentacles. Let's add him over here. The Ace of Wands. Doesn't want to stay. All right. The 3 of Wands. Wow, that's a lot of wands happening here. Let's see what's going on. And the 10 of Wands. All right, let's add this one over here. Again, I'll probably be shuffling them, moving them around as it seems to fit into the reading. But we are talking about money, okay? Although we see that there's a lot of wands here. So this is telling me that there's opportunities that is not being seen. Okay, so the 5 of Wands could potentially be somewhere down the line that there's been a lot of frustration in regards to money and deliverance of money, okay? A lot of it, you feel stuck, or you feel that things are just not coming in as quickly as you want. You're working hard for it. You are doing everything right, but you feel sometimes that that money is really hard for you to gain, okay? The King of Pentacles says, you know what? You've got everything that you need in order to manifest it, okay? But what is holding you back, okay? So we've got the 3 of Wands and the 10 of Wands. So it's saying, are you dealing with a lot of battles? Are you battling it out? Are you not seeing, you're moving everything into, if you look at it from here with the 10 of Wands, okay, it seems like you're taking on way too much. You're putting it, like there's just so much going on here and everything is on fire. You don't know which one to attend to, but then you're like, but I'm working really hard to make all of this work. And then you're like, okay, well, I feel like that there's an experience here happening that I'm going to be happy about, but I feel a little bit stuck, okay? And then all of a sudden we've got the Three of Fire, which is the Three of Wands, saying, okay, you know what? I'm going to be moving in that direction, and then see where that takes you. I'm going to move the Ace of Wands over to this side because I feel like this new beginning is what you actually need in order to transition this that you have here into monetary aspects. So here's the thing. Are you, I almost feel like, somebody that does inventions, somebody that does, they're, what is it, jack of all trades, but master at none. That's kind of how I feel like this is happening to you, okay? You want to be that King of Pentacles. You want to have this security and capacity to do so. But when you're looking at where the Emperor is stating his goal, it's right in the center, but he's looking almost like down at the 5 here. So that tells me that, you're juggling a lot of things. You're taking on too much. You're working hard for it. Okay, perhaps even multiple things that you're doing. Maybe you have 2 or 3 jobs, but just nothing there is kind of working out for you. You feel a little bit defeated. And especially, it could also potentially be a lot of arguments or, a feeling of depression and downwards spiral, even though you want that happiness to come in, but you have to move in that direction into a new beginning. Okay, which I think that you are going to. This is not going to be something that is going to be in a turmoil for you for the rest of your life. This is something that's just currently happening to you that is going to be moving forward. Let's take a closer look here and see what else we can expect here from the Ace of Wands, and what are we going to find at the end. And it's funny because I think that the first reading also had the Ace of Wands in there as well as a happy ending. You know what? Let's bring up this card because it's just jumping out. So, all right. So we've got the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. We've got the 10 of Cups in reverse. Okay. And then we've got the Mother of Cups, which is the Queen of Cups again. Sorry, not again, but we've got the Queen of Cups. So this is almost a situation that I don't think that you feel like you're going to be getting out of, that you need some kind of reassurance from yourself or from somebody else that this is going to be happening for you. You feel that your cup right now is just sitting alone, and that even though you're trying all these scenarios, you feel like that potential is not going to happen, that I'm basically just giving you a load of crap, and eventually you're just going to like turn this off and say, yeah, whatever, I'm still going to be in this same position as I am here. So, I think it's also a mindset, right? We got to change the mindset that you're in. Okay. Yes, you're working 2, 3 jobs. Perhaps this is not the actual jobs that you need to be working at. Perhaps that new idea of the Ace of Wands is that you take that challenge and you motivate yourself to find something else that will bring you more monetary value and provide a little bit more time for you to enjoy yourself, than versus having to be work and still feel like you're carrying everything in your shoulders and you're juggling way too much for the amount of work that you're doing. So one more card here, or maybe 2, that I want to point out here, because after this conversation that we're having right now, I feel like there might be a turning point here for you, and that's what I want to be finding out. Okay, so we've got the 3 of Wands. Wasn't the 3 of Wands in here? Yes, right there. All right. And we've got the 4 of Cups. Finally, you're taking a look at this in a different way, okay? You're seeing that there's going to be unity, that you're going to be getting that help that you need. And you're seeing that the 4 of Cups, okay, is not really that bad, okay? That you're actually going to see the light and at the end of the tunnel, that you're choosing right now, maybe or maybe not to see. But we're going to get there, and look at that. Bada boom, bada bang. The Ace of Wands shows up again. This, again, it has written all over it. I don't care if you don't believe me, okay? But next time, hopefully you send me some comments here on the bottom, and then you tell me exactly how this turned out for you, because I guarantee you it's going to turn out for the better and the best for you. Wow, you know what? It seemed a little doomish, I guess, at the beginning of the reading, okay? Because we were looking at hard work and nothing to gain. But then you realize, okay, how can I change this? Okay. And now you're realizing, wow, I can truly change this because the Ace of Wands coming out twice. I swear to you, this is your time to shine. And you're going to be doing that. I guarantee you are. And you're going to be sending me those comments below and saying, oh my God, you were right. And I'll tell you, I am. Because obviously the cards don't lie. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your time and energy that you're putting into this. And also check out the description below for additional information. Don't forget to leave a comment if you can. And also please like, share, subscribe, whatever you got to do. I would appreciate any of that. Thank you so much for joining again. Hasta luego. We'll see you next time. Hi, pal number 3. Thank you so much for joining. Here is the card you chose, which is the Mother of Wands. And let's take a look at what else. We are talking about money, okay? So are we sick of being broke? Is things going to change? Let's check it out and see what we've got. So we've got the the Page of Wands, the Seven of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, the Tower, the Nine of Swords, or Air, the Nine of Water, and the Fool. All right. Okay, so I might be moving these around based on what I get. It's funny because the first thing that I got from this and thinking about money, once I seen the Four of Pentacles, it showed me, okay, the Mother of Wands, if you can tell, you know, the snake is overly protective of the eggs, which means something happened here, okay? Something happened to protect, okay? And especially with the Four of Pentacles as well, protecting that money. You know, you're seeing people looking into it that potentially are poor, and then all of a sudden you're like holding on to what you've gained, okay? So, and then all of a sudden you've got the Tower, okay? So I feel like this is a little bit of a film montage, if you want to call it. We've got somebody that may have potentially had a lot of money, which potentially could be you, and then all of a sudden something turned sour and either lost everything, changed positions, lost their job, something like that, and was feeling very run down, okay? Very run down and needed to protect the money, or needed to protect their ability of keeping it, okay? So whatever money was here, eventually it just kind of moved on to being utilized, and this protection could not longer be, okay? You felt like stuff that happened it kind of slowly creeped up to the point that you lost your job. So you were okay financially. Everybody's kind of looking over your shoulder like, oh my God, look how this person does it. Look how you do it. And then all of a sudden the Tower hit, money was gone down the drain. You had to use whatever savings you had in order to fix it. This could have been potentially a while ago, a recession, and I feel like this was something along those lines with the recession. Could be also potentially something that is happening right now with the way that everything is going in this world, and also possible recession coming up, that you might feel like you're a little bit strapped on money, you've lost your job, or perhaps you feel that you had to utilize your savings in a sense in order to make it work. So with that being said, I feel like that's kind of like a history ground on what was happening and what is happening, and that's the reason why you feel constrained to holding the eggs all in one basket. So then we kind of flow here, and there's a little bit of a different flow in regards to the Fool. If you're looking at that respect, looking outwards, saying, okay, perhaps that there is something new and exciting on the horizon, but you might not be able to see that yet because you're still looking over with the Page of Wands. You're looking over to see if your eggs are still in that basket. So you're still seeping off of whatever that inconvenience was at the time, and you're still looking over to see if it's still there. Okay, so with that being said, the Seven of Cups is kind of showing you, hey, you know what, there is still great potential out there. You don't have to necessarily look into what you have right now. There's other stuff that's kind of coming along, and it's almost like you've got the devil and the angel in your on your shoulder, one saying, hey, you've got potential, the other one's like, well, maybe you should just wait and see what happens, because I'm kind of looking over and I'm not taking that leap yet, until I am 100% certain that something else better is going to come my way. And so this here, the Fool looking out on this side, is saying, okay, well, you know what? Perhaps you're just not ready yet to look into it, but you will be, and eventually, once you take that leap of faith in here. With the Nine of Waters, the Nine of Cups says that you are going to be joyful. You're going to see that reward, okay, with the diamonds flowing here. I don't know if you can tell very well just because of the angle and the lighting. But you can see all of the riches coming your way, in a sense, with the diamonds, okay? So I almost feel like this is kind of your ending game on this side. So with everything that's happening right now, are you ready to make that step that you need in order to follow that path of riches? Okay, so let's see what it is that we are trying to, what our goal is, and how do we get there? Because there's just, oh, this one is the opposite. So let's just put that out there. The Six of Coins or Pentacles. And let's see what else we got going on. I feel like I'm shuffling here forever, but I almost feel like something's got to give. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. All right. Okay. So we've got, if you look at this, the Six of Swords upside down and the Hermit upside down. And I'm going to bring one more out here. And the Two of Pentacles upside down. Wow, there's a lot of upside downs going on here. All right. So obviously, I feel like that you're still not ready to make that commitment of changing things. You're still kind of stuck in that predicament of holding on to what you have. You're not ready to take that leap of faith at the moment, even though you know that there is going to be rewards at the end of it. With the Six of Pentacles, there's going to be tons of rewards for you, but you still have to figure out how to take care of this and see the rainbow on the other side. It's like you're still clouded a little bit on what is happening, that you're like, it's almost like, how am I going to get out of this? Oh, maybe I should move this over here because you can't see it here. How am I going to get out of this with and having still that reward at the end? Okay, so I think that you're still having some troubles seeing the path. Okay, so once you see clarity, and that's with all the options that will be presented to you or are presented to you, okay? Once you pick that option and you stop dwelling on what you don't have, and you stop thinking about what is you're protecting, okay, things were just going to naturally flow. If you see the Fool, it kind of has this eerie vibe to her, you know, moving in a direction with that very colorful dress and very bright. Okay, so it's almost like a bright idea that's going to be flowing through, that is going to be affecting the outcome in a good way, obviously. So I think that idea that you're meshing with, it's all right now kind of in your head. It's sifted through emotions. You can see that everything is kind of, there's only one, I think that there's only one cup here that doesn't show. And I feel like this is a cup that you're probably looking for, is that all the other ones are kind of be filling up, but this one particular cup is the one that you are hoping to fill. So, yeah, I think that overall, let's recap here. Recap is basically here's where you're at right now. You're holding on to things. Your backstory is basically that you had money, kind of went down the drain somehow, lost job, whatever, lost investments, and so forth. You felt a little bit droopy on that. You're still kind of protecting your resources that you still have pending. You're waiting for that initial, but you can't move on yet because you're not there yet. And then with the Seven of Cups, you're looking for that one particular option that's going to be eventually coming your way and flowing into money. Okay, so I do see a lot of potential here. With the Nine of Waters, Nine of Cups, I see that you are going to be very successful again in your what you're doing. But also, you know, take the high road too. Okay, make sure that you give back, because that's another thing that I see here with the Four of Pentacles, is that you were hoarding a lot of your money. And I feel like that you would be giving back. If you give back more, you're going to be holding on to that, because the universe is going to be giving you more than what you had thought. Anyways, all right. Well, you know what? Thank you so much for joining me. I think that this sums up everything. Again, check the description below for further details. If you do like this and it does resonate with you and you wish to throw me a comment out there, just to let me know if this is something that that you think, or maybe you have a good idea out there that you want to present, and see if it sticks, that would be awesome. Also, if you don't mind giving me a thumbs up, like, whatever you got to do. And I always say that, whatever you got to do, because it's so much simpler than going through all of it. Then thank you so much again for joining. Hasta luego. We'll see you next time.